When Keanu Reeves appears on the Vanessa Cross show, the audience expects another heartwarming, inspiring conversation, something he's known for. But tonight, Vanessa has a different plan. She's not here for comfort or motivation. She wants confrontation. She wants to expose the actor's most vulnerable side. As Keanu takes his seat, something feels off. Vanessa clutches her cue cards with a sharp, knowing smile. What was meant to be a calm, thoughtful interview might soon turn into something far more intense. What Vanessa doesn't know is that in just a few minutes, she'll be the one left speechless. What Keanu says tonight will change everything, and no one in the audience will ever forget it. Before we continue this story, let us know where you're watching from. And if you enjoy stories like this, subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow we have another special one for you. The studio is packed. Bright stage lights pour over the set, illuminating every corner of the vast auditorium. The audience murmurs with excitement, holding up colorful signs of admiration. Keanu, you are our hero. Thank you for being you. Behind the scenes, the quiet movement of producers and cameramen signals that the long-awaited moment is about to begin. Monitors across the stage flash a silent countdown. The glow of the lights dances against the curtain backdrop, creating a cinematic aura. Then he appears. Keanu Reeves steps onto the stage with calm, measured strides. His presence is magnetic, humble, almost spiritual. He wears a simple black shirt, a modest blazer, and well-worn jeans. His signature, unpretentious style. His dark hair grazes his shoulders. A gentle smile plays on his lips. The crowd erupts. Some shout his name. Others just gaze, moved by something they can't quite explain. Keanu raises a hand, thanking them with humility before settling into his chair at center stage. On the opposite side sits Vanessa Cross, sharp, poised, and known for her ruthless interview style. Dressed in a tailored blazer, her hair neatly tied back, she grips her stack of cue cards with purpose. Her gaze is analytical, almost predatory. A half smile forms on her lips, equal parts professionalism and provocation. She studies Keanu for a moment, then leans forward. Her voice is steady, her words pointed. Keanu, you have fame, fortune. You could live like a king. Yet you ride the subway. You donate millions. You avoid luxury. Does that really make a difference in the world? The studio falls silent. Some in the audience frown, uneasy with the question's tone. Others lean in, curious. Keanu, however, remains calm. He thinks for a moment. Then he looks up at Vanessa with a soft smile. Vanessa, have you ever thought about how many people feel invisible every day? A hush falls over the studio. The simplicity and depth of his reply shifts the energy. The room. Vanessa raises an eyebrow, surprised he so effortlessly sidestepped her provocation. But she's not finished. She flips to the next card, her eyes gleaming. This one, she believes, will rattle him. Leaning in with a smile that barely hides her intent, she delivers the question designed to cut deep. Keanu, you lost your fiancé, your baby, your best friend. Didn't that destroy you? Don't you feel like, in the end, everything is just pain? The reaction is instant. The crowd gasps. Some cover their mouths. Others shift in their seats, visibly uncomfortable with the question's cruelty. Keanu lowers his head, his hands clasped gently over his knees. Silence stretches through the studio. The cameras zoom in, capturing his face, usually serene, now filled with something heavier. Memories, loss, grief. Vanessa watches, waiting for a crack in his armor. But then Keanu lifts his gaze. His voice is calm but resolute. Pain never destroyed me. It taught me. It taught me that nothing is permanent, that every moment matters, and that true love never disappears. The studio is silent. Eyes glisten. With tears, a woman in the front row quietly wipes her face. Even those unaware of Keanu's past can feel the truth in his words. The camera shifts to Vanessa. For the first time, she seems shaken. Her practiced smile falters. For a brief second, her expression reveals something unexpected, surprise, maybe even regret. But Vanessa isn't done. She straightens her posture, slipping back into character. Her next question is ready, and this time she's aiming for relevance. Vanessa can feel it, the grip slipping from her fingers. Keanu's calm responses, his ability to transform each pointed question into a moment of reflection, have shifted the entire studio's energy. Where once there was a mix of applause and doubt, there is now silent reverence. But Vanessa Cross isn't done. She refuses to lose control. Her show thrives on confrontation, not inspiration. She's known for cornering celebrities, not allowing them to walk away unshaken. So she reaches for her next card, pausing just long enough to build suspense, though deep down she already knows what she's going to ask. She leans forward. Her voice is cool, measured, but carries an unmistakable edge. Keanu, you grew up without a father. Your mother struggled to raise you. Have you never felt angry about that? The audience shifts. Uncomfortable murmurs rise. They know what this is, a dig into an old wound. But Keanu doesn't flinch. He breathes in. Instead of meeting Vanessa's gaze, he looks into the distance, as though visiting memories, long buried. A soft, almost nostalgic smile crosses his face. My father taught me something valuable, he says. Vanessa blinks. That wasn't the answer she expected. He showed me the kind of man I didn't want to be. My mother taught me how to survive. Silence. Some in the audience tear up. A woman lets out a quiet sob. The raw honesty in his words is disarming. For the first time, Vanessa hesitates. This interview was supposed to be a power play. Her show, her rhythm. But Keanu refuses to dance to her beat. He doesn't defend, retaliate, or dodge. He reflects. And each reflection is a lesson. She glances down at her cards again. Her fingers slide over the paper slowly now. Her usual strategy isn't working. But she's not done. Not yet. She looks up once more. Her sarcasm is gone. What remains is something colder, darker. If probing his past wasn't enough, perhaps there's only one thing left that can truly shake him. Mortality. The studio feels electric. The air is thick with something unspoken. Keanu, she begins, her voice softer now. Don't you feel fear? Time waits for no one. Have you ever thought about what will happen when your time is up? A hush falls over the studio. This isn't about fame, success, or relevance. This is about the one truth no one escapes. Keanu tilts. His head. He doesn't speak right away. He doesn't joke. He doesn't deflect. He simply breathes slowly. The silence stretches. Vanessa holds her breath. Finally, he replies, Vanessa, do you know the difference between fear and faith? She freezes that she didn't expect. She had prepared for resistance, for vague answers. But not for this. She looks back down at the cards. Suddenly, they feel meaningless. Every planned angle, every verbal trap, it's all unraveling. Because this is no longer an interview, Keanu has turned it into something else entirely, something deeper. And then Vanessa realizes there's still one last question. One that has nothing to do with her show or her audience. One that has everything to do with her. Her voice is barely a whisper. What if no one remembers you when you're gone? The words hit like a stone in deep water. Keanu doesn't answer immediately. He breathes in, then calmly. The question isn't what they'll remember about me. He pauses. The question is, what will they remember about you? Gasps echo. In the crowd, people exchange glances. For the first time, Vanessa is the one being questioned. The camera zooms in on her. The once fearless interviewer suddenly looks small. She doesn't respond. Her fingers grip the cue cards, but she doesn't look at them. She has no answer. A single tear falls down her cheek. She doesn't wipe it away. Keanu watches her, not with pride or victory, but with quiet understanding. Then he stands. The studio is still. No applause. Just thought. Just silence. Vanessa remains seated. Her cards, once her shield, sit useless on the table. The cameras are still rolling. But Vanessa doesn't care. She's no longer thinking about ratings, headlines, or image. She's thinking about herself. The words echo. What will they remember about you? Her reflection stares back from the glossy table. For years, she believed, exposing others gave her power. But in this moment, all she feels is vulnerability. Fade to black. Text appears. Life isn't about how long we live. It's about the impact we leave behind. Soft, reflective music rises. End.